So it's day one. It's 10 to 10 in the morning. I'm running a little bit later than I wanted to. About 70 kilometers to do today, and we will see how we go. Fully loaded. The entire rig is on the back. All right. Got up about 5 o'clock this morning, started packing up, and all the last minute stuff ended up taking about 5 hours. But I've had a good feed, I've ice water with me, I have way too much stuff clearly, and I've just traversed my first big hill. Yeah, so here we are. As you will probably know, I'm riding the first 1,000 kilometres for the Royal Flying Doctor Service and collecting donations along the way. There'll be links in the description, and links on my YouTube site, and links on my Facebook site as well. And I think I've raised about $400 and something out of the 1,000 that I pledged to raise. So things are going pretty well. So all is going very, very well so far. Good planning seems to have worked a trick. So yes, I will report back in later. So I'm in Ben Cubban now, and this is an interesting moment on day one because I'm halfway to where I'm going for the day, and Ben Cubban is where I would typically turn around and go home on a normal ride if I was going for a ride from home. So this is a monumental moment where I am not turning back, but carrying on with all my gear on this grand adventure. Battery management has been really interesting. I thought I would really, with all the load, use a hell of a lot of battery, but I've done, as I said, 36 kilometers and used 34% of the battery, which is great. A kilometer per percent means that with my 2 batteries and good battery management, and even a few hills like I've been up today, it might be possible to get 200 kilometers out of my 2 batteries, but that remains to be seen, of course. And I'd hate to test that and find out that I made a mistake. So all right, we'll carry on for the day. It's a beautiful hot sunny day I am going into a headwind as well, which is good and bad. It's good because it's keeping me nice and cool, but it's bad because it's slowing me down somewhat. But it's cycling, so you take whatever you get and put a big smile on your face and carry on. All right, I'll check in maybe halfway to quarter, or maybe when I get there, depending on how things go. All right, I'm about halfway to quarter from Ben Cubban. Traversed a few big hills and have quite a stiff headwind, but It's a beautiful day for riding, apart from the flies. They're pretty enthusiastic, let's say. Yeah, I'm pretty tired. Looking forward to setting up camp and having a shower and getting this first day out of the way. Everything seems to have gone well. I've made 2 very minor adjustments to my equipment. I just zip tied a cable that might have been rubbing on the chain, and I made sure that the battery here is firmly secured with a bungee cord. Just had some nice ice cold water, and I'll just take a 5-minute break here and enjoy the moment, and then crack on and get the last 15 or 20 kilometers out of the way into this stiff headwind. It feels like it's hard going, but I'm making pretty good. So just stop for a moment because my battery is about to run out. That's really interesting because the first 36 kilometers only used 34% of the battery, and then I've done 26 kilometers since then into a 25 to 40k headwind, and that drained the 66% of the battery in just 26 kilometers. So big lesson there about battery usage and wind. It's not a problem, of course, because I've got a second battery, same size, at 100%, and I only have about 15 kilometers to go. So not an issue in terms of making it, but an interesting lesson learned about the longevity of my batteries. So we forge on. So I've finally arrived in Kora. First day of the adventure riding is over. 76.85 kilometers today, mostly into a headwind, which dealt a terrible blow to my batteries, but hopefully I'll get them recharged and everything will be just fine. And yeah, I have found what I believe is going to be quite a nice little camp spot. Put up my tent, and so yeah, that'll be the next thing on the cards. And then I'll go down and do a little fundraising at the local pub. Face is looking a bit flush, maybe windburn or sunburn, whatever. It's all good. I'll be fine. And yeah, a wonderful day's ride. Difficult, challenging, but looks like we've come through okay. And I'll be able to check over my gear. So checking out now. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.